what is important in the dive briefing. You go to a dive center, we've talked about dive center things, okay? I actually you see what you see type of divers. Sometimes they say what fish, and I prefer to jump into the water and see what I see because I enjoy the dive anyway. But there's some things very important that, besides the fish or anything that the dive master promised a fantasy, a lot of them are actually for safety, okay? For example, emergency recall. Okay, you are diving down there. What if the weather change? Big wave is coming in. What if there's other diver on other dive group which is on the same boat having emergency? What if the boat spotted killer whale around? Now they want to inform you, you want to have a look, right? See, so how would they tell the divers underwater? Also, let's say if you are not diving in one group, you don't have a dive guide, you and your buddy dive. Some places allow no dive guide, you just dive around. So how would you know if this thing happened? Okay, and some of the divers told me that it's okay because underwater we don't feel anything. Yes, you don't feel anything, it's a boat. Let's say a 1.5 meter wave, you don't feel anything. But if the boat is smaller than, let's say, 8 meter, it could create a problem. And also wind, thunderstorm. So we will never know. This is on the island and I do not know where you are diving. Certain areas, the weather just changed like that. So you better get to know what is the emergency recall method. Okay? The second one will be when to start a dive and when do you end a dive. For example, like everybody go down there, we see everyone's there, then we start the dive. It happened like some people go down faster and then there's two divers equalizing having problem. And the dive master reached to the bottom, the earlier divers already gone. So the dive master don't know whether he should guide this diver or not guiding divers. Each dive center have their own policy. Some allow them to do that, some do not. So you better communicate this well first. And certain dive center, if the dive master get to the entry point and one diver is actually or two divers missing from the group, everybody up because it's against their safety policy. So you better find out that, listen to the dive briefing. Okay, the third one is who is whose buddy, or nobody, or 3 person in the buddy team, or you can switch buddy, it doesn't matter. Look, as I said, I don't want to comment the method of diving, but you better get to know first. It happened before, how many years ago? I cannot remember. Commodore. There is this diver passed away in the dive. They only found out that the diver is missing when everybody on board. That's a bit weird. Okay? So anyway, I just give you an example. What I mean is like, I understand, everybody dive together. Everybody take care of everyone. Certain places, you and your buddy. Some places is like, you can switch buddy up to you. At least make it clear. More important is like, don't want to get to know if there's an emergency a bit too late. Other things, or standard things like dive time, maximum depth, those kind of things, easy for the dive master to tell you, but then is whether the diver follow me or not. Or certain dive centers is very strict, Some dive centers they don't care. Sometimes it's like you take care of yourself. When the briefing is a bit too long, it's a bit difficult. So maybe you can tell, writing down to everyone that what is other thing that's really important in the dive briefing. As I said, if the dive briefing is too long, nobody wants to listen to. Okay. So why must a dive master do a public briefing? Not like they do not know, not everybody, like this kind of briefing. It is because to protect themselves. Okay? It's a liability release. The dive master already told the diver so. If you don't listen, if anything happens, that is on the diver's liability. Okay? If anything happened, but they didn't do the briefing, so the liability is on them because they didn't inform the divers what's dangerous, what should be done. So it is their duty, to do the public briefing. And also for any dive master that want to go into dive professionals job, you make sure you learn how to protect yourself. Because why? Because you'll be diving all type of diver. I don't want to say, there's all good diver out there, there's bad diver out there, there's lousy diver out there, divers do not know what they do not know, and there's really good diver that can take care of themselves and understand your situation and love you, okay? You will dive with all type of people, so at least on the legal side, you understand how to protect yourself. Okay, thank you.